Okay.
Right.
We're going to talk about...
Don't say the name.
I'm going to say the name.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it, because I do kind of want to hint.
Like a secret? You want it to be a secret?
No, not a secret. I'm going to put off the reason why I think that this person is and is not important. Me and D have different opinions on it.
Fair.
You even stated he's an irrelevant person right now. I feel like he has the opposite effect. I feel like there is a purpose to him. Do I think he's a good person? No.
He's relevant to me as an individual.
I think to society right now, I feel like it's a relevancy to bring in a person like this. We're not going to talk about him only because he has such a big target on his back right now, even worse than Joe Rogan and a lot of other people. He was the most Googled person on the planet for the last month. And the planet, that's high. Like, even over like Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians, anybody else like that, they put him at the high ring. So you can go look him up yourself.
Yes.
But his way of putting things out there, a lot of shit that he talks, he comes off being very misogynistic, like just very men need to work, women need to stay home and bear children kind of shit. Traditional. And his methods are very interesting because it's intense, and it's a mentality which I do respect more because of how his father raised him, because he has this. His father was a grandmaster in chess.
Well,
and
he was never officially given the title, but yes, might as well.
Pretty much to the point. Yeah. So, from me, and this is something I learned a lot too. I am an advocate of playing chess only because I think it does give you the ability to slow down and think methodically ahead. Yes. I'm not a checkers player. I'm not a step-by-step. I like to plan.
You can't be emotional playing chess.
I feel like you can apply chess to everything. My grandpa taught me how to play chess a long time ago, and it was the same aspect. That my grandpa was so good at chess, he could be cooking in the kitchen, and I could be in the living room. He knew what square was what, and he could be like A7 to this. And I'd be like, okay, I move my pawn, B3 to this. And he knew where the parts were. And that was just amazing to me. Like, you're not even in the room looking at what I'm doing.
Memorize that bitch.
And it puts you, but he was also a computer programmer for Smuckers.
Well, there you go.
So it puts him above the spectrum. I feel like thinking like that mentality does give you the strength to be able to do what most people can't. Yep. This individual is he feels his mentality is that if he wills it into existence, it happens. He goes, if I'm going to punch you, I know that I'm going to punch through you. Kind of mentality. And what that did is bring in, you have a lot of young men, every ethnicity, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, that are flocking to him because they have no experience. Like how you have. We have adult experience where you can kind of smell the bullshit a mile away. Concept of pyramid schemes and all that stuff. And people that tend to be, what is that called? What would you call, like not a speaker, what is it? Like
a personal speaker or public speaker? Maybe. Not a speaker?
Like people go to seminars to see this person talk. Kind of stuff.
Like a TED Talk thing.
Yeah, like one of those kind of people that
like a seminar.
Is it a seminar?
It's a seminar.
I just don't know what you would consider that.
I mean,
kind of person.
It's public speaking.
So there's a handful of those people that in the world, they are considered 5%ers. Obviously, they're doing something, right? Because they're making money. Are they making money off of other people? Yes. They're not working hard. They're not hard working, grinding, 6 o'clock in the morning, working construction, physical labor. Yes. But it's a smart adaptation to know how to make money by working the system for what it is.
Well, I mean, off top, so we'll probably have to have a part 2 because to really give you the feedback about this cat, we got to dissect him. And that's the thing. Anything, like, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents real quick, but I really feel we have to dissect this because, like I was telling Lynn, this is not new. This guy didn't just come out of nowhere. He's preying on the weak-minded, and the weak-willed.
I do agree with that. Yes.
These boys that he's getting into his collective, and man boys.
It's females too. There's a couple females.
There's a couple females.
From the link that I showed you. There's a couple females.
But that's mainly because they want to do research to see what he's saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And most likely to discredit him in most parts because he is a chauvinist. He is a misogynist. He is an antagonist. He is kind of an asshole. But it makes sense because that's the shit we dealt with in high school.
Yes.
It's the bully. It's that guy. Give me your fucking money. Yeah. No, I'm not. And then he hits you in the face. And then either you have 2 options. You either get strong, beat his ass, or you stay weak and stay under his thumb.
And the reason why I do feel like society needs to have bullies like that is because it pushes other individuals to become stronger. It's the equivalent of like Dragon Ball Z that we were just talking about. In order for the hero to get stronger, they need a villain in order to challenge them.
They need a battle.
And with this guy, because all of this shit happened, you got people that decided they needed to better themselves. I'm not saying it was for the best, because obviously he made a profit off of this.
Yeah,
he made a profit to make these people better for a while. You saw
almost over 10 years.
He built a profit off of being able to do all this stuff. Granted, he also was a kickboxing champion and had all that stuff in his background or for his persona, but it also gave people certain abilities to be able to project themselves or propel themselves to become
like him,
less soft. Because I feel like we do have a lot of people in the world that have the soft mentality. They're fucking like what I deal with at work all the time.
Yeah.
They're very behind a
But
cubicle.
this is what you get when you have these movements now, where they, toxic masculinity, old-fashioned men are toxic, and the patriarchy and all this stuff. Then you end up with these weak soy boys. And then they see a Chad, and they go, I want to be like that Chad. That's not the right way.
No, it's not.
But that's what they see.
And I do agree. What was it? Joe Rogan said something a long time ago. It was a quote, and I'm going to fucking butcher it. He said, soft times make soft men, which makes life harder, and then hard times, it requires hard men to make better times, which in terms makes, I can't even think of the fucking verbiage.
It's ultimately saying
it's a
you
cycle.
do the work now, and then as time goes on, because you did the work, people are enjoying the fruits of your labor, so now they're softer because they don't have to work as hard as you did to get where they're at.
And then in order for that, we got into the stage now where, like you said, there's so many different types of, not cults, but like individual followings, feminists, and all that stuff, to where everybody's gotten so soft where now that hardness is starting to being introduced back into there, because that's what that would
men are naturally drawn to dominant figures,
and now
men or women.
Now that that's becoming a thing, you got people like, well, we need this hardness to make things better, because right now shit sucks.
Shit sucks.
So,
and what are you guys doing? You're screaming, you're whining, you're yelling, and nothing's changing.
Nothing's changing. So fucking bring the fire.
Yes.
Let this come in to reset standards, so that we can become more solid.
Well, this is freedom of speech at its finest. This is how it should be. The man should be allowed to say whatever he wants to fucking say, and if you agree or disagree, that's how discourse happens. That's how we get smarter. That's how we identify.
It's communication.
Yeah, it's just like another YouTube channel's watching Abba and Preach. They miss old school racism because it blatantly identified the racist person or people that they could avoid. It's easy. I know you're a racist. Nowadays, everything is so under the radar. It's so nonchalant. It's so passive aggressive that if you go, "Hey, you're a racist," they go, "No, I'm not. I haven't done this, and that. I have black friends," because it's so low key. So that's what I think is going on now. We have all these people who are just soft, and they just want to express themselves without feeling judged, without feeling censored.
And like it was the equivalent of, like I said, me putting out any kind of like a plead.
Yeah.
Like if I'm feeling a certain kind of way, I have to consistently
just bottle it up.
I have to bottle
push it down.
I have to bottle it up because I know I'm gonna have, and it's not like I'm a fucking superhero here, but I'm gonna have enemies that are gonna take advantage of it. I share my empathy and my emotion with certain people, and they're like, they're not taking into consideration what happens to me when I share this to them.
Right.
And then they take advantage of it by either abusing it and using me for whatever the fuck it is, or using it against me for showing acts of kindness and softness.
Yes.
So when I'm a dick and I'm fucking hard, I'm fucking stern,
then everybody wants to listen.
Everyone wants to listen. And now everybody fucking loves me, and I'm the big bad wolf, and I'm intimidating. And I'm like,
why do I have to be that?
I have to be, you're forcing me to be an asshole.
Yes.
Because I do want to be nice. I do want to be kind. I want to be soft. I want to be loved. I like to be cared for. And it's like, can't do that. So I'm just going to be a dick. Fuck everybody else. I can do this shit on my own.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my way if you're not going to make my life any better. Yeah. And doing that, it makes me hard out of.
This is kind of a vulgar saying, but it's legit. I'd rather be a dick than an asshole. Because what happens to assholes? They get fucked.
Okay.
All right.
I'm good, yep.
So let's go ahead and wrap that up.
That was good. All right.
I'm D.
This is Lynn.
Keep your head in the clouds.
Keep your feet on the ground. Always moving
Don't
forward.
forget to check us out on TikTok, Patreon, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Everything under the sun. All the platforms. If you want to listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music, wherever, we're all over the place. Show us your love. Like, share, subscribe. Shout us out from the rooftops. I just headbutted my mic. I don't know how that happened. You did such a good job. Project Airwaves signing out.
Bye.
Next time.
So long.
Bamboo Tane.